How do you know she's real and not just playing the game better than you? Most men never ask that question. They dive in head first, eyes full of lust, mind clouded by hope. And by the time they realize she's not who she seemed to be, it's already too late. Their energy is drained, their focus is scattered, and worst of all, their self-respect is shattered. Now listen carefully. You don't test a woman out of insecurity. You test her out of clarity, out of self-respect. Because a man who values himself doesn't let just anyone into his world, especially not someone who could ruin it from the inside. By the end of this video, you'll know exactly how to test a woman, early, silently, and effectively, before she drains your masculine energy or poisons your peace. Why does this matter? Because as a man, your power comes from focus, from discipline, from knowing who deserves your time and who's just using you for validation, attention, or comfort. Most guys, they're so desperate for love or sex, they hand over their power like it's nothing. They think loyalty should come before proof, affection before vetting. Wrong. Testing a woman isn't about playing games. It's about protecting your kingdom. It's about seeing if she brings peace or chaos. Picture this. You meet a woman. She's beautiful, magnetic. She says all the right things. But here's the first test. You delay validation. You don't rush to compliment her. You don't chase. You watch. You observe. And you see what happens when she doesn't get immediate gratification. If she starts to push harder, seeks your attention more, gets curious about your silence, that's a green flag. But if she pulls away, turns cold, or throws a tantrum, you just dodged a bullet. This is the beginning of masculine control, responding, not reacting. Stoicism teaches us this. We suffer more often in imagination than in reality. Testing key is your weapon against imagination. It grounds you in reality. You're not trying to break her. You're watching how she responds when she's not being constantly fed. You're measuring her character, not her charm. This is power through restraint. This is how men lead. And remember, what you tolerate in the beginning is what you'll suffer from in the end. Here's the truth, brother. A woman reveals who she truly is when she doesn't get what she wants. So, let's talk about silent tests, the kind that don't need confrontation, just awareness. Test number 1, delayed response. Don't text her back right away. Don't drop everything to reply. Why? Because your time is sacred. See how she handles not being your priority for a moment. Does she stay calm, or does she guilt-trip you, throw shade, or go cold? That's her emotional maturity being exposed. Test number 2, last-minute changes. Tell her respectfully that plans have shifted. You're not testing her to be cruel. You're observing her flexibility. Life is unpredictable. A woman who flips out over one change isn't built for long-term. A woman who adjusts with grace, that's someone who respects your leadership. Test number 3, no compliments. Compliments feel good, but when they're constant, they become currency. Stop paying in flattery. Instead, observe. Does she still show up feminine, graceful, kind, even when she's not being validated every 5 minutes? Now listen carefully. These tests aren't about manipulation, they're about alignment. You're not trying to trap her, you're trying to see if she fits your life, your values, your mission. You see, a weak man fears rocking the boat. A strong man steers the damn thing. And here's what most guys misunderstand. They think testing is mean, but it's actually merciful. It saves both of you from months, maybe years of emotional warfare. Imagine this. You're on a date. She pulls out her phone and starts scrolling mid-conversation. Instead of confronting her, you simply go silent. You look at her, calm and steady, not angry, just aware. Does she notice? Does she apologize? Or does she act like you owe her attention no matter what? What's happening here is subtle. You're asserting quiet dominance. You're letting her reveal whether she respects you or just expects you. Remember what Marcus Aurelius said: waste no more time arguing what a good man should be. Be one. That includes being a man who doesn't get manipulated by a pretty face. The woman worth building with will pass these tests naturally because her intention is real. Now let's take it even deeper. A woman can act sweet, she can say the right things, but her emotions, those don't lie. So here's how you test the emotional truth behind her actions. Start with withdrawal of attention. This is the most powerful test and the hardest one for men to execute. You pull back slightly, not in anger, not in fear, just space. You don't initiate, you let silence do the talking. Now ask yourself, what does she do with that silence? Does she reach out with warmth and curiosity? Or does she wait for you to chase, only to breadcrumb you when you return? You see, her reaction isn't just emotional, it's revealing her attachment style. Is she secure, anxious, avoidant? Or is she just using your energy to prop up her ego? Here's what most guys don't realize. If she only values you when you're pouring into her, she doesn't value you. She values the supply. And here's a hypothetical. You stop texting her for 2 days. She doesn't check in. No, hey, is everything okay? No warmth, just silence. Then when you do reach out, she replies dry and distant, like you offended her. That's not love. That's manipulation. That's ego revenge. Now listen carefully. A woman who actually likes you will feel your absence. She may not chase, but she'll lean in. She'll find a way to show she values you without losing her dignity. This is where Stoicism kicks in. Emotional control is your armor. You're not doing this to punish her. You're doing this to observe from clarity, not fantasy. You don't need grand gestures. You need patterns, reactions, consistency. Because character isn't revealed in comfort. It's revealed in pressure. Here's something she might be thinking in the silence. Why hasn't he texted? Is he losing interest? Did I say something wrong? And if she truly cares, she'll express it, softly, respectfully. If not, she'll ghost, play games, or wait until she needs something again. Brother, this is the ultimate filter. You're not testing to manipulate, you're testing to see. As Epictetus said, it's not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters. You're the man. You lead the dynamic, not with control, but with awareness. This one reveals everything: her respect level, her emotional discipline, and her view of your worth as a man. You lay down a boundary, clear, calm, non-negotiable. Maybe it's, I don't tolerate disrespect, even as a joke. Or, I don't deal with women who raise their voice or storm off during conflict. You watch. You don't explain it 3 times. You don't beg her to understand. You state it, and then you wait. Now ask yourself, does she push against it, mock it, try to twist it into control, or does she respect it, even if she doesn't like it? That's the final test. A woman who respects your boundaries respects your masculinity. A woman who crosses them just to see how far she can go isn't testing your love, she's testing your weakness. This is where most men crumble. They bend, they justify. They tell themselves, she was just emotional. No, she was testing your frame, and you failed it. Now imagine this. She disrespects your time, shows up late, no apology. You calmly say, my time is valuable. If that doesn't work for you, we don't need to meet again. She laughs, rolls her eyes, says, you're too serious. That's not just a red flag, that's a door you never walk through again, because a man who lives by boundaries commands respect without demanding it. This is pure Stoicism, power through internal control, not external reaction. Marcus Aurelius said, "If someone is able to show me that what I think or do is not right, I will happily change, for I seek the truth." But truth only works with someone capable of hearing it. If she resents your truth, she's not ready for a real man. So here's your challenge. Set a boundary this week. Hold it. Watch the reaction. If she respects it, you've got something real. If not, walk. No drama, no explanation. Because the strongest men aren't the loudest. They're the ones who walk away in silence when their peace is threatened. Remember, you're the prize, not because you shout it, but because you live it. She will test your frame. You must test her soul. Lead with logic. Guard your energy. And never forget, a woman who truly values you will never risk losing you over her ego. Stay grounded, stay sharp, and stay in control.